Hello and thank you for joining. My name is Anthony Mancuso from Sonoma Partners, and we're bringing you this video today to talk a little bit about how an AEC firm might want to use Dynamics 365 with a little bit of configurations. This video is part of a very short series of two videos where the first one we're going to see today is talking pretty general topics, kind of navigation and ease of use. And the future video will get more specifically into how exactly an AEC firm would leverage even some more features of Dynamics to run their day-to-day business. So today, just to start out, as you can see, we're on our web browser now through Dynamics, looking at a company record for Kaiser Permanente. So a couple of the pieces of information that we're collecting here and what we find is important in the AEC space. On the left-hand side are meat and bones about the account. Down below that, we're even seeing things like expense reporting, which can be done in Dynamics or pulled from things like your ERP systems. On the right-hand side, we have a tool called Insights, bringing in thousands and thousands of sources of information to let our sellers and project teams know what's new and exciting about Kaiser Permanente so they can have more relevant conversations with your clients. Down below that, we're seeing things like related records. So who are our key contacts that we have at Kaiser Permanente? And what upcoming opportunities are we working on with them? In the center, you find our social feed. And in here includes things like a relationship assistant, these little cards that are generated to inform somebody who is looking at this account record of some actionable things that need to be done. As you can see, this even ties into email. So our user, Sally Sales here, knows that based on an email that had come in from Alicia, that the relationship assistant has detected that there might be an issue and that she should action on that email. Down below that, you can see that we're tracking all of our activities, our email conversations from Outlook, which we'll look at more in depth in the next video, tasks that have been completed, and also calls that have been scheduled and completed as well. Scrolling down a little bit further, you also see that with LinkedIn, we're bringing in some company information about Kaiser Permanente. So with the Sales Navigator tool, we're seeing things like who are our connections that we have over at Kaiser, who on our team has those connections, and how can we make those inroads with other folks at that organization through people that we already know and that we already have connections with. Scrolling down a little bit further, again, some more things that are relevant in that AEC space. Who are the subsidiaries and affiliates of Kaiser Permanente? What does that hierarchy look like? And then even further on the internal side, what is our overall strategic plan? Budgets that we have, revenue goals, major competitors that we're competing against for the business for Kaiser. We have a current year plan, as you can see here, with some actionable items. And then we even know what the relationships with our staff look like. So here's the key contacts at Kaiser, the office affiliation that we have internally, and a SWOT analysis of our relationship with Kaiser. Now moving forward a little bit, I'm going to scroll up here. We're going to look at an opportunity for this Kaiser Permanente Oakland clinic. Now in here, this is going to look very similar to the account form, with that social feed in the middle, the meat and bones on the left-hand side, and our related records on the right-hand side. So in here, a little bit different from what comes out of the box with Dynamics, we're tracking things like a project manager, the client types, some very specific AEC details about this opportunity that we've opened up, and then even a business process flow at the top that is specifically tailored out to AEC to make sure that the sellers know a recipe for success as they're going through to try to win this opportunity. As they continue to go through this, we understand it's also very important in the AEC space to go through a go, no-go process. Right above the name of that opportunity, you see that there's a drop-down that'll bring us to another form for this opportunity, the one in particular being the go, no-go process form. And in here, you can picture this as an area where maybe that seller and their manager sit down and they go through some questions and analysis to basically score out this opportunity to determine if we want to move forward with this business or not. So things like about the client, have we dealt with them before? Do they pay their bills promptly? Going down even further, about the project, and even some business considerations as you can see right here. Now let's say that this opportunity is a go. We might want to look at creating a project one-sheeter, looking at some existing projects that we've worked on that may be relevant to the success of this opportunity. In our top navigation, where we have that opportunity name, you can click this drop down, and you see we have this button for projects here. If I click that, this is going to look back at previous projects that we've worked on as a team, our experience with that project, and even bring in some of the actuals from the project as well. So again, that we can create that project one-sheeter and turn that into leverage that we can use for the opportunity that we're currently working on. So you can see all that information here. If I scroll down even further, seeing things like dates and fees, and again, these are actuals maybe coming from our ERP system. Primary and billable clients, and for the marketing side, the market sectors and studios, so that we can go further and report on that information when we're ready. So as I mentioned, this is just a short video to do a quick overview. If you'd like, follow up with our longer video where we go into more specifics, looking at things like the Dynamics mobile application, Outlook, and then some more detail on the web browser version as we just saw here. Thank you for joining. Bye.